good looks, Arthur Smith propping up the bar at Paramount City.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Paramount City, the last in the present series. I'm Arthur Smith, and I've invited along a few of my showbiz friends here this evening, and they're having a great time. Hey, look at them all over here. There's Tina Turner over there. Nice to see you, Tina. We've got down here, yeah, we've got Princess Di's in tonight. We've got Sean Connery over there. Oh, yes, they're all in here. Oh, there we've got Oliver Reed down there. We've got Luciano Pavarotti over there. Hey, Luci, I'll have a pint with you later, you fat slob, eh? Well, it's not true, is it? Frankly, it's just a bog ordinary club audience we've got here, really, isn't it? For example, this bloke over here, he's a trainee on the fish counter at Sainsbury's. This woman here writes the apologies for London Transport on the blackboards. And this down here, this is Derek. And Derek lags water tanks. And the tragedy is that Derek is the most interesting person here this evening. Derek, tell me, mate, the big question. What's best, fiberglass or the traditional brown felt? Well, while Derek's grappling with that big question, we'll bring onto the stage the man who was on in the very first programme of Paramount City, as dangerous as ever. Here he is, Denis Leary.
Hi, how are you? Good. Now you're in a coma. That's nice. Very nice of you to go into the coma suddenly for me. So I'm still smoking, and I'm still not quitting. I'm doing pretty good, though. I'm up to 50 packs a day. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm coughing up stuff now. I think that's a good sign. I'm coughing up little pygmies and stuff. You ever do that in the morning? Ah, pygmy! Ah! Tribes of pygmies. Ah! Blah, 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 blah. So, go ahead, laugh while I die. Go ahead. We saw the poll tax riots back in the States on television, and it was pretty nasty, pretty wild, huh? People running around beating the crap out of each other, looting stores, beating up cops. We thought it was a football match. You know, we didn't know. Who's winning? I think England is, I'm pretty sure. It's 1-0, I think. Can't believe they have the poll tax. You know, it's like, what's the next thing? The air tax? If you breathe air, you have to give money to the government. That's the way it works. I can't believe Thatcher put that through, you know? Actually, we were both in the 80s kind of saddled with bad leaders. You had Thatcher, we had Reagan, you know. Now we got George Bush, who's trying to carry on Reagan's drug campaign, anti-drug, no drugs. We have a lot of drugs in the States. We have crack. I would never do crack. I would never do a drug named after a part of my own ass, okay, folks? Kind of a personal guideline in my life. Somebody says, you want some crack? I say, I was born with one, pal. I really don't need another one, thank you very much. If they want the second crack, I'll give you a call, but for right now, I'm sticking with the solo crack-ola, thank you. And they got the wrong idea, George Bush. He wants to get rid of drugs. We have to not get rid of drugs. We have to get more drugs and give them to the right people. That's what I think, you know? Because every time you read about some famous guy overdosing on drugs, it's always some really talented guy. You know, it's always like Janis Joplin or Jimi Hendrix or John Belushi. You know what I mean? The people you want to have overdose on drugs never would. Like Big Fun would never overdose, man. You could put them in a room with 2 tons of crack. They come out a half an hour later. Rock on, man. It was great, yeah. Oh, my God. They're still alive. Completely out of control. Now, did you see David Bowie's wife, ex-wife, saying that David Bowie, she caught David Bowie in bed with Mick Jagger? I don't want to know about that. I don't want to have to picture that in my head, okay? Please don't tell me that. I don't want to know. Ruins all the Rolling Stones albums for me. Not David Bowie and Mick Jagger. No. David Bowie and the New Kids on the Block, that I could picture. I want to picture that. I want a poster of that in my bedroom. That's what I want. The New Kids on the Block. Those kids wouldn't know a vagina if it walked up and said hello, okay? New Kids on the Block. They'd be like, what's that? I don't know. I think it's a hat. I'm going to wear it for a while. Yeah. Maybe it's a glove. Put it on. Yeah. New Kids on the Block. And Barry Manilow, don't even talk about Barry. If I have to listen to another Barry Manilow song, I'm gonna take a hostage, I swear to God, I will. They'll find me on a roof with a handgun and some innocent bystander. Let him go, Dennis, and tell Barry Manilow to stop making music! People go, why did you make fun of Barry Manilow so much? He never hurt anybody. No, he did. Think about it. You don't walk around humming beautiful classical pieces of music on your way to work. You don't go, dun, 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 dun. No. You walk to work going, I write the songs. Yeah. Until your head blows up. That's how it works. That's how brain hemorrhages happen, ladies and gentlemen. You get a bad song in your head and your head blows up, okay? The next time you're at work, you see some guy holding his head going, ah, what's the matter, Bill? You got a headache? No, I got a Barry Manilow song in my head. Somebody at work is humming a Barry Manilow song. Stay away from him because he's going to blow up. Sorry, I'm glad I got that off my chest before my own head blew up. It's all out of control in the States. You know that Keith Richards is on the television in the States telling kids not to do drugs? He's actually getting interviewed saying, please don't do drugs. Keith, we can't do drugs because you already did them all. See you guys later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Naughty Denis Leary. The next act on, I've worked extensively with Bill Cosby, a little bit of soul, a little bit of rap, a little bit of hip-hop, a little bit of gospel. Their first time on British television. Please welcome the brilliant True Image.
Trickle, trickle, splash, splash. Tell me how long will this rain last? The rain keeps dropping, there ain't no stopping. Tell me how long will this rain last? Trickle, trickle, stop, stop, and I just got to see my sweet gumdrop. She's there waiting without hesitation. Tell me just when will this rain stop?
Everybody dig these clothes. Here, boy, what my time goes. Come on and let me your Cadillac. I've got to go to the party. Hey, yeah, let me that short. And I ticket to know I won't see my baby no more. Trickle, trickle, oh yeah.
Trickle, trickle, splash, splash. Tell me how long will this rain last?
Rain keeps
The rain
dropping.
keeps dropping,
There ain't no stopping.
Tell me how long will this rain last? Trickle, trickle, slop, slop, and I just got to see my sweet
gumdrop. She's waiting,
and I'm hesitating.
Come on,
Tell me
baby,
just
I
when
really
will
need to
this
know.
rain stop?
Wow, shoo the
Bebop, the bop, the slop, slop.
bebop,
Bebop, the bop, the splash. Scootin' bebop, the bop, the slop, slop. Scootin' bebop, the bop, the splash. Scootin' bebop, the bop, the slop, slop. Scootin' bebop, the bop, the splash. Scootin' bebop, the bop, the slop, slop. Scootin' bebop, the bop, the splash.
hey, riding, take these clothes. Here, boy, 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 one but roll. I have choppers attack. Come on and let me your Cadillac. I've got to go to the party. Hey, and let me your short. And if I can't take it, I won't take it, 'cause I won't see my baby no more. Trickle, trickle, yeah.
Splash, splash, tell me how long will this rain last? The rain keeps dropping, there ain't no stopping. Tell me how long will this rain last? Trickle, trickle, stop, stop, and I just got to see my sweet gumdrop. She's there waiting and I'm hesitating. Tell me just when will this rain stop? Trickle, 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 splash, splash. Tell me how long will this rain last? The rain keeps dropping, there ain't no stopping. Tell me how long will this rain last? Tell me how long will it last?
Tremendous. I think they enjoyed them. True Image there. And you'll be seeing them again later in the programme. Now, a lot of Christian friends always ask me that old question, how do you get a camel through the eye of a needle? How do you get a camel through the eye of a needle? Easy, use a blender. And now here's one of Britain's top improvisers and top comics. It's Paul Merton.
Thank you. I was standing at a bus stop once. There's a bloke standing next to me had only one leg. I looked at my two legs, I looked at his one leg, and I remember thinking, I bet you're rubbish at table tennis. And this bloke was eating a chocolate mint ice cream. This bus comes round the corner, the one-legged bloke tries to get out of the way. The driver, thanks to years of experience, runs straight over him. The chocolate mint ice cream goes somersaulting up into the air. The bus skids into a disco, killing 465 people taking part in a Dan Quayle look-alike contest. Took them 5 days to identify the bodies. Well, what does he look like? Well, he looks like Dan Quayle, doesn't he? Yeah, but I've got hundreds of them here, mate. I wouldn't know where to begin, to be honest with you. Was he in the swimwear section? Look, there's one down there. The bus blew up above a gas main, sent a fireball 500 feet up in the air, narrowly missing a plane but blinding the pilot. He avoids a crash landing into a field by flying straight into a housing estate. There's another 700 people gone. Luckily, there's no passengers on the plane. Just 9.5 tons of radioactive material, which leaked and poisoned 15 million people. And the chocolate mint ice cream, they'd gone somersaulting up into the air, landed on my shirt. Why does it always happen to me? I was amused during the Olympic Games, during the Ben Johnson drug scandal, when I heard somebody say, oh, I think athletes should use any means at their disposal to improve their times. Well, that's all right with me. I'll have a motorbike then. Be quite good standing next to Carl Lewis on the starting line, wouldn't it? Been training hard, have you, mate? Don't worry about me. You go any time you like. Go on. Does the sidecar bother you? No, it's my next-door neighbour. He wants to win a gold medal as well. In 1687, Sir Isaac Newton discovered apples fell out of trees. And they gave him a knighthood for that. I wouldn't have minded living in them days. Pretty damn easy to get a knighthood, I would have thought. Just go up to Charles II and say, beer makes you drunk. Can I have a knighthood, please? Oh, and my mate here's discovered that sheep can't roller skate. Can you have one as well? I got a book at home, a book about the paranormal. I didn't buy it, it just appeared in my room one night. And it's fascinating, the paranormal. You know, there's a pair of identical twins in Russia, and they locked them into adjoining rooms for 6 months, without food, without water. They both died. Apparently, somebody was telling me in America, TV commercials are not like they are here. Here, you know, they're very sort of like arty and stuff, but in America, they come straight to the point. The sort of advert they have is like 2 pilots in the cockpit of a jumbo jet plane, and one pilot turns to the other and says, I hope it's going to be a smooth landing, Bob. And the other one says, hemorrhoids, Jim? Do you know, there was a time when men wore wooden condoms. It's quite true, in the history of the condom, they were once made out of wood, and men would stand around pubs, you know, just wearing them all the time, discussing them with each other. He said, look at that, he says, it's solid oak, that is. I had squirrels in there last year. It was the Romans who wore condoms made out of the guts of sheep. And I imagine this bloke walking through the Colosseum, stuck on a sheep. And somebody says, what are you doing? He said, I'm wearing a condom. I just couldn't be bothered to take it out of the packet. My name's Paul Merton. Thank you very much and good night. Thank you.
Excellent. Now, I'd like to give you a couple of impressions. This is an impression now of a drunken man standing next to a Belisha beacon wishing to hail a taxi. All right? Drunken man next to a Belisha beacon wants to hail a taxi. Taxi? Oh, damn it. Taxi? Oh, no, hell. Taxi? Oh, no. And so on for 7 or 8 hours. This actually happened to me, and in the end, the bleacher beacon got so upset, it said, all right, mate, hop in, you know. I wonder what life would be like if we had no bones. And now, the return of the dynamic duo. Please welcome Curtis and Ishmael.
Good evening. Can you see her? All right. Sorry? Can you see her? See who? My mum. No, you see, Curtis, I mean, all right, we're in the middle of a show, yeah? Yeah. I mean, will you keep bringing your mum to the show? She's a fan. Yeah, I know that. We're really funny, man. I know that, but I mean, you're acting like a baby, ain't you? What? I mean, she's there holding it, supporting us. Look, she ain't going to be there to hold your hand forever. Oh, I don't say that. Don't say that. Okay? No, don't say that. Now, can we just get on with the show, please? I'm going to look for her. You're going to look for her? Yeah, I'm back in a minute. Just go. But you can... He'll be back in a minute. Hello. And what's your name? Greco. That's a beautiful name, Greco. It just rolls off the tongue, you know? Greco. Have you ever been to Paris, Greco? Yeah. Yeah? Well, hey, it so happens, okay, apparently I've got 2 tickets, yeah, to the love capital, all right? Because I am in love, all right? Have you ever been serenaded to before, Greco? No. No? Yeah, you love this. When I fall in love, it will be forever. Or I'll... Hey, don't you just hate it when these things happen, guys? I mean, come on. Hello?
Ishmael?
Hello?
Ishmael, is that you?
Yes.
When you leave the house this morning, did you see the state of your room?
Yes, I did.
If you was a 12-year-old boy, I could understand. But you're 32, Ishmael. 32. I should not have to tell you to tidy up your room and pick up your dirty Hana pants.
Okay, well, listen, I'm at work now, so could you call back later on?
Work? You call that work? That's a hobby, boy. It's a hobby. No, I happen to know. They're looking for people down the post office.
Uh-huh.
Because I wanted to tell you something for a long time, but I thought it might affect your acting.
Yeah?
You're not funny. You're not bloody funny. Right? And I don't meet a man yet who go for a job at the post office and don't get it. So I want you to meet me down the post office right now.
Okay, yeah, we must do lunch sometime. Okay? Yeah, okay, so just sell, all right? It'll be okay, it'll be... My broker, you know. Don't just hate it when these things happen, guys. Hey.
Father.
She's at the top. All right, man? Lovely. Yeah. All right, we're ready now. It's the last show, so we thought we'd do something really special, like a big comedy. And you're going to laugh, you're going to love it. Okay, here we go. You ready? I've got to go. Where you going? Down the job centre. What's up, man? We're ready now. I got a call from my dad, okay, and he said that we're not funny. All right? Hey, you're funny, man. We're funny. Yeah? My mum loves us. Yeah? She's our biggest fan. Yeah? Yeah, all right. All right. I'm going to prove it, all right? Yeah. Mum, this one's just for you, all right? Bertie, win $1 million pound the pools. He rushed home to the wife, he said, darling, I win $1 million. Get your cases packed. She said, what should I pack, Bertie? My summer clothes and the winter clothes. He said, I don't give a damn what you pack, just get out. Oh! Mom, where are you? What? You like that, Mom? What did you forget that one, Mom?
Son, I think you better join him down the job centre.
Cheers, Mum. Thanks a lot.
Well, the next act on tonight is an impressionist, so I thought I might do an impression myself. Unfortunately, I can only do 2 impressions. I can do Dylan Thomas and Frankie Howard. So I'm going to combine the 2 here in an extraordinary tour de force. Do not go gentle into that good night. No, missus, don't. Don't get away. Dead men naked, they shall be well. Oh, no, I'll leave it, I think. Let's bring on the proper impressionist. Here he is, Mr. Steve Coogan.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm very, very pleased this week because Open University is 21 years old, so I've sent them a big bin bag full of tank tops and flares.
Our tests showed that if we wore flares continuously over a 20-year period, eventually they would come back into fashion. This line represents the line of my trousers. As you can see, it goes down here to the knee, then flares away violently towards the foot. It's inversely proportionate to the sense of fashion at any given time. And this isn't graph paper. No, it's the pattern I have on most of my shirts.
Actually, I don't watch Open University. I'm really keen on old 70s cop series like The Sweeney. Do you remember The Sweeney? Yeah, I was so keen on it that at one stage I was thinking of forming a Sweeney fan club. We'd all turn up in second-hand Ford Granadas with big brown jackets on, and we'd say things to each other like,
He's got a shooter! Or, are you selling me porkies?
But it never got off the ground. But I remember one particular episode of The Sweeney. In fact, it could have been any episode. It was always the same tired old interview in the charge room with Doreen, wife of ex-con.
All right, Doreen. Where did Johnny the Copper-Topper go to?
I don't know, Jack. He was like a deranged lunatic. He just started smashing things up, then he ran out the house. I don't know where he's gone.
Take it easy, Doreen. It's your first time on television.
Oh, God.
Now, think. There must be one place he used to go.
I don't know, Jack.
Think, Doreen. There must be one place he used to go when he was feeling solitary and reflective, as criminals often do at the end of the Sweeney.
I don't know.
Think.
There was one place he used to go.
And Christ for that. Where?
A disused dockyard warehouse.
We went there last week. And the week before. But not the week before that. No, we were at a disused quarry then, but Doctor Who are filming there this week. No, but I like the sound of the disused warehouse. Plenty of cardboard boxes to drive the Granada through at high speed.
And American cop series are no better. They always have the antagonistic relationship between the police chief and the officer on the case.
You know, you wrapped up 2 police cars, you got 14 parking violations, I got the mayor on my back. You're off this case.
Come on, boss. All I need is 24 hours to solve this case. I'm going to nail this guy. I'm going to bring him in.
Oh, yeah? Okay, 24 hours, but you screw up, I'm going to kick your bum so hard you're going to wish you'd never been born.
Why always arguing? Why so antagonistic? Why can't they have a constructive relationship with a helpful police commissioner, perhaps played by Jim Bowen? Because he's helpful. You've seen him on Bullseye. He's always very friendly with the contestants.
Come on, boss. All I need is 24 hours to solve this case. Just 24 hours. 24 hours? Take a week. You know my daughters, if you need any help. Great stuff, smashing, magic.
American actors are very good at some things, but they can't really play the classics. You couldn't have Sylvester Stallone with Olivier in some sort of Shakespearean epic, you know, Henry V or something.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close up the world with an English dead. Yo, on London Hill, comes Sly. Brings down news about our dearest queen.
Yo, there's some commie good nutters on our ass. We gotta move it.
Hear him, men. Let us don our helmets, ride our horses, and move our asses.
And of course, English actors can't get the emotional depth of the American method actors. You know, you can imagine a scene with a director.
Okay, Michael, we're going to do scene 7, line 6. If you don't love me, then go. Just get out. I don't want to see you again, ever, okay? Ready, and action.
If you don't love me, then go. Just get out. I don't want to see you again, ever.
Yeah. I like that, Michael. It was kind of interesting. But maybe, you know, you can have a bit more emotion in there. You're angry, your wife's left you. Let's, you know, see some of it. You know, shout if you have to. Shout, okay? In your own time. And
action.
If you don't bloody love me, then go. Just get out. I don't want to see you again ever. And I bloody mean that.
That's all, mate. Thanks a lot, Master King. Good night.
The next act on tonight were once part of Bobby Brown's new edition. Here they are, the brilliant Biv DeVoe.
Yeah, Spider-Man and freezing, full effect. You ready, Ron? I'm ready. You ready, Biv? I'm ready, Slick. Are you? Oh, yeah. Take it down. Girl, I must warn you. I sense something strange in my mind. Yeah. Yo, situation is. Let's cure it, cause we're running out of time. Tell 'em, Rick. It's all so beautiful. Relationships, they seem from the start. It's all so when love is not together from the heart. Check it out. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. Wrong move, you're dead. That girl is poison. Never trust a big button smile. That girl is poison. 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 I was at the bar, shake bigger and taking them all. And that night, I played the wall. Checking out the fellas, the highs and lows. People when I open, still clocking them. There was one particular girl that stood out from the rest. Poison as can be with a high power chest. Michael Bivens here, and I'm running the show. Biv DeVoe. Now you know. Yo, Slick, blow. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. That girl is poison. Ooh, yeah. Poison. Ooh, yeah. Poison. Yeah, fellas, that was another dope. Yeah, baby, they're full effect. Yo, what's up to Ralph T and Johnny G? Yeah, and I can't forget about my boy B Brown and the whole Andy crew.
Well, now I've had a letter this week. It's rather exciting. I'd like to read it to you. It goes, Dear Arthur Smith, I'm very interested in your venue. It seems such a lively place. What is Paramount City? Where is it? And what sort of things go on there? Yours, G. Parsons, Inland Revenue. So, Mr. Parsons, for your information, Paramount City is a charity based in Reykjavik. So there's exciting. And now she's back again. She was on earlier on in the series. Here she is, star of stage, screen and maternity ward. It's Helen Lederer.
Yeah! Very kind to me. It is actually wonderful to be here, and I feel great, absolutely great. At least I did until the producer asked me, you know, so when are you actually going to have the baby? And I had to say, actually, I had it 4 weeks ago, so, you know, if I'd wanted that kind of abuse, I'd have spent more time in the hospital. So I'm feeling great, very confident, thank you very much. No, it's good, it's good. And the important thing is, you know, I'm not obsessed about it. I mean, I haven't got BB. I don't mean bad breath, sorry, I mean, I'm not a baby bore. No, the fact that she was a girl, weighed 9 pounds, 2 ounces, had blue eyes and a perfect smile is not something that I tell people. people all the time at all now. I was only saying to someone this morning, actually, you know, that birth is a marvellous thing. You know, I told him about her star sign, Taurus, actually, natural leader, and her bowel movements, irregular. And you know, they were astonished because they were American and they'd only stopped to ask the way to Madame Tussauds. The important thing is, I'm not getting obsessed. I mean, I can talk about other things as well. Take my placenta, for example. I mean, you wouldn't believe the things that go on in some hospitals. I mean, placentas are being bought up by cosmetic firms and changing hands before you can say, it's a boy. Or it's a girl, in my case. Sorry, no. I mean, our ward had to set up a placenta protection group. Really, the lengths we had to go. I mean, one woman decided to eat hers. Another had hers cremated. I managed to smuggle mine out in a carrier. I'm having it made into a steering wheel cover, but no. I'm not obsessed, and the doctor agrees with me. He says, you know, you're not obsessed. It's just postnatal depression. Well, as you can imagine, I was thrilled because, you know, obsession is one of the worst things to have. It's so antisocial. So he asked to see my case notes, and when the nurse wheeled them in, he pointed out that he had treated me for depression before, only mild. Apart from the postnatal depression, I'd had pregnancy depression. That's depression about fatness. And then I'd had pre-pregnancy depression because I was depressed about not getting pregnant. And then I'd had bereavement depression when I discovered I was actually pregnant because I couldn't be depressed about not being pregnant anymore. But anyway, as I said, I'm not obsessed, no. The doctor gave me a leaflet, having a baby over 30, which I haven't read because my baby's only 4 weeks old. And another one on breastfeeding, telling you how to breastfeed discreetly. So there I was in Covent Garden, discreetly breastfeeding away. And I drew quite a crowd, actually. Got heckled twice. Of course, they were pushed to come up with anything new. I mean, show us your tits was a bit superfluous, but there you are. My partner was very supportive, thankfully. When I finished, he came out from under the pram and passed the hat round, which was lovely. No, he's very good with her when he sees her. No, he's always buying her new things. He bought her a phone card the other day, which is lovely. She hasn't used it yet. I think she's a bit thrown by this 071 nonsense. But anyway, thankfully, he's one of these new men, you know, which means he plays a lot of football, cricket, squash, spends a lot of time in the pub, but he does feel guilty about it, which is lovely. And I'm dreading when she gets older, you know, and asks those really embarrassing questions like, what's a Labour government? Quite funny. But there we are. But I've got to go now. I've got to catch up on my sleep. We decided to have the baby in the room with us at night, you know, but it's really hard sleeping, you know, with a partner and a baby. All that moaning and wetting the bed. And then the baby wakes up and all hell lets loose. Anyway, thank you very much. Good night.
Well, do you know, I get paid quite a lot for doing this job. I estimate that I get about £150 for every minute that I'm talking to you. So I can just go £22.50, eh? Money for old rope. Here's the funniest Irishman in Britain, Mr. Michael Redmond.
Good evening. Good evening. You all right? Yeah. Good. Well, not very well myself, thank you for asking. I got very drunk last night and ate half a tin of dog food for a bet. I actually lost the bet. I'd bet that I wouldn't eat it. And I must have been still drunk this morning because I was running after this bus. And I don't really know why, because I just popped out to get some cigarettes in the corner shop. I don't know what I would have done if I'd got up with it. Anyway, so what else has been happening? I'm not a lot long out of hospital, by the way. A dislocated jaw. What happened was, I was at this party a few months ago. This big bloke came in. It was pretty obvious he was wearing a toupee. I didn't really mean any harm. I merely suggested he should take it off while he was indoors, otherwise he wouldn't feel the benefit of it when he went outside again. Didn't share my sense of humor. But what's the point of wearing toupees? I mean, they're so bloody obvious. It was the same as people with artificial legs. I mean, they're fooling nobody. Actually, the last time I was in Dublin, I was at a funeral. I was in the family home afterwards offering my condolences. I remember after about 5 minutes or so, the eldest son in the family came up to me and said, would you mind leaving, please? We've had a family discussion, and none of us have ever seen you before. I mean, how do people expect to make new friends with that sort of bloody attitude? People often say to me, hey you, what are you doing in my garden? Sometimes it's hard to figure out what life is all about, isn't it? If I had the chance to live my life over again, I wouldn't grow a moustache. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Good night.
Whoa. Now, I want you at home as well to put your hands together, take them apart, put them together again, do it really, really fast, and you've got clapping because here comes Karen Haber.
My name is Karen, and I live in Los Angeles. I live in Hollywood, which is where all the weirdos hang out. And last week, this really a strange-looking gypsy lady with a dark veil over her face grabbed me. She went, Karen Haber, you're never going to find happiness. No one is ever going to marry you. And I said, Mom, leave me alone. I'm originally from New York. I was raised in an all-Jewish neighborhood, and I attended Princess Esther Wholesale High School. High school was very glamorous to me because I was the captain of our cheerleading squad. We were 6 whining Jewish girls. We had this really famous cheer, and I'm going to do it for you now. When are you going to score? That was the good part of high school. The humiliating part was dating, because my dates used to come pick me up at the door. My father would always be standing there with a shotgun. Then he would hand it over to my dates and say, use it if you have to. Guess what? I want to get married. I want to get married really bad. I've been playing subliminal tapes by my bed when guys sleep over. They go, marriage is good. Family is good. Small breasts are plenty. And don't look at mine, ha, ha, ha. Don't try to picture me naked either, okay? I hate that. I wouldn't let my old boyfriend see me naked for the first 6 weeks we lived together. I wouldn't let him see me. And I don't know why, because I would let other guys. Then I was reading this article in Cosmopolitan, the magazine for office sluts. It said, if you want to make your boyfriend go crazy with desire, surprise him and answer the door naked in high heels, and I did it. I opened up the door. There was Barry. There was his parents. It was the worst night of my entire life, and I'm still getting calls from his dad. This is really sad, but, you know, I've had a lot of broken hearts. And what I'd like to do now, and it sounds weird, but it's not, is I'd like to open up a whorehouse for women. So we can get it the way we really want it. Like, we pay our money, and guys pretend they like talking to us and they care about our lives. Then they hold us real tight and go, oh, you're so thin. Even if they've never seen us before, they have to go, have you lost weight? And then we have sex. And right before that ultimate moment, they'll have to shout, I can't believe how great your shoes match your dress! I have a sort of someone that I'm seeing now, but I'm very scared if I talk about him, I'll blow my relationship. You know, like I'll curse it by saying it out loud. But we're going out to dinner after the show to a vegetarian restaurant because I'm a vegetarian. Michael is a pseudo-vegetarian. He only eats animals that only eat vegetables. And I'm crazy about him. I've been faking it for him like I've never faked it for any man in my life. He's a good man. You know, until him, I was dating really bad guys. I was so used to men taking me to cheap hotels. The first time Michael took me to his house, I stole 2 towels and an ashtray. Well, I'm having a wonderful time in London. It's a wonderful town, wonderful people. We had a party last night. When we got off the plane, the producers of the show took us out, and, well, she pointed out this guy who was, like, so cute, I couldn't even believe it. And she said, Karen, check this guy out. He just got divorced. He's available. 2 seconds later, this guy came up to me. He didn't know me. He didn't know anything about me. He just walked up to me, said he'd been watching me, and he loved me, and he wanted me to have his child. And he gave me his child. I gotta go back and feed it now. You're a wonderful audience. Thank you very much.
Great stuff there. Well, now, a word to you at home, a word about drink. Nice. Because I like nothing more than to relax at the bar with a long, cool glass of pills. And here they are, you see. Now, these are educational pills. What you do, if you eat these, you find that you can speak French. Look, I'll show you. Ooh la la, c'est pas mal du tout, but it wears off quick, you know. Bon, alors, mesdames et messieurs, je voudrais bien présenter à la star. Here he is, from Manchester, Mr. Kevin Seisay.
This song is about American imperialism. I'll dedicate this song to George Bush, who now sits on the toilet whistling, just so we can remember which end to wipe.
We killed the Apaches and we killed the Sioux, destroyed the Buffalo and Navajo too. So I'll be goody two-shoes or we'll deal with you in our good old traditional way. We're still the kings of the Western Plains, stars and stripes, hide the blood stains. The world's a white horse and we're old in the reins, so I owe silver away. Yippee-I-oh, yippee-I-ay. Look out, Gaddafi with the USA. Yippee-I-oh, yippee-I-ay. We're kicking out the commies with the CIA. We got more power, but then we got more guns. We know what's right for Nicaraguans. So Sandinistas, get on the run, or we'll blow your lefty pinkos away. A peaceful world is in our dreams. Fingers in our ears, disguise the screams. Fall in line or get smashed to smithereens. But in the meantime, have a nice day. Yippee-I-oh, yippee-I-ay. Look out, Gaddafi with the USA. Yippee-I-oh, yippee-I-ay. We're kicking out the commies with the CIA. Freedom for every woman and man. You don't have to worry about the Ku Klux Klan. If we decided to sell folks' limbs to Iran, we'd sell them legs and some feet. Because we've learned our lesson and we wouldn't sell them any arms. Yippee-I-oh, yippee-I-ay. Look out, Gaddafi with the USA. Yippee-I-oh, yippee-I-ay. We're kicking out the commies with the CIA.
We don't want a war, we don't want a fight. That's what we want, noon till midnight. We never deal with terrorists unless the price is right. So come on down today. Yippee-yi-oh, yippee-yi-yay. Look how Gaddafi with the USA. Yippee-yi-oh, yippee-yi-yay. We're kicking out the commies with the CIA. Sing if you want. Yippee-yi-oh, yippee-yi-yay. Look how Gaddafi with the USA. Yippee-yi-oh, yippee-yi-yay. We're kicking out the commies with the CIA. Sing. Yippee-yi-oh, yippee-yi-yay. Look how Gaddafi with the USA. Yippee-yi-oh, yippee-yi-yay. We're kicking out the commies with the CIA.
Well, I have a number of hobbies, and one of the hobbies that I have is archaeology. And I was out on a dig recently, as we say in the trade, and I came across this ancient parchment. It was most fascinating, and we've been investigating all these old hieroglyphics. We got it translated, and it turned out that what it was the first ever article written by Roy Hattersley about his bloody youth in Sheffield. So I shall be burning it later on. In the meantime, please welcome onto the stage the brilliant Fred Stoller.
Thank you. All right, yeah. Well, this is good to be in England, another country, get away from things, a lot of aggravation. Last week was Mother's Day. Do you have anything like that here? Yeah. I don't know. My mother, she's always telling me my brother's better than me in this and he's better than me in that. I don't even have a brother. There's not a lot of warmth and affection between me and my mother. I asked her about it. I said to her, Mrs. Stoller? My father, he's no better. You know what he's like? He's like Dustin Hoffman in the movie Rain Man, except he's not good in math. Let's not dwell in the negative, though. I'm here, I'm dressed up, I'm having fun, yeah. I'm out, I'm seeing things. I saw a bumper sticker today. It said, kissing a smoker is like licking an ashtray. That's a good thing to know next time I get really lonely. I try with him. It's frustrating. I don't know. Worst thing's talking to a girl on the phone. I know the conversation's over. She wants to get away from me. And in the middle of the call, she goes, anyway. You hear that? Anyway. It's like, go to hell. Hope you die. Anyway, I got this girl's phone number, except she lives 2 hours away from me. I said to my friend, if you were me, would you go 2 hours away for a date? He goes, well, if I were you, I would. Another friend gives me advice. He goes, you know when you meet a woman, you know when it happens? When you're not looking for it. When's that? When I'm asleep, they're going to break into my apartment. Hi, I'm Debbie. You aren't looking for it. Here I am. I'm always looking for it. What else the hell's there to do? Every thought's connected to that frustration. Like my uncle died, and I'm upset, but I'm thinking, maybe I'll meet someone at the funeral. Maybe a cousin, I don't care. Yeah, I said that. I'm controversial. I'll say or do anything, I don't care. I'm a thrill seeker. I live on the edge. You know what I did today? I drank milk that expired yesterday. I don't care. Life's too short, I live for today. Nothing matters to me. Last week I went swimming right after eating a tuna fish sandwich. You can't stop me. Don't even try. I'll take you down with me. I'm on a rampage. I'm out of control. I don't care. Why? I live on the edge because life's too short. You gotta have fun. So many annoying things. People bother me about being thin all the time. They gotta tell me like I don't know. You're so skinny. Yeah, good. Leave me alone. Yeah. Then they give me advice. They go, do you eat? Oh, I never thought of that before, you know? And I think people say, only to me, only to thin people I bother. They go, how much do you weigh? What if they tell them so they can go, oh, God. You go to someone who's bald and go, what's the circumference of your head? You have to demonstrate on me. Look, I can put my hand around your arm. No, you can't, because get the hell out of here, you know? I mean, I don't know. I'm not good when people come to me with their weight problems. Like this girl, she goes, oh, my legs are so fat. I didn't know what to say. I went, no, they're in proportion to your arms. I do have a way with women. Things are working out. I almost had my first blind date. Didn't get past the first phone call. First of all, my friend, I want to say, don't set me up with a girl on the rebound. I want to meet someone just as anxious as me. Someone who's been in prison 15 years. I don't know. All she's talking about's her boyfriend. He hurt me. I want to hurt him like he hurt me, but I can't. She goes, I thought just to get back at him, I'd sleep with some guy, but that wouldn't hurt him. I go, no, maybe it will. But let me tell you, last week I was with this girl. Actually, it was last year, making this topical. I'm updating it. You know, I brought her back to my place. We're sort of having sex, and I think it's going okay. In the middle of it, though, she goes, anyway. Well, you people have been a severe delight. Thank you very much. That's it. Oh, God.
Excellent. Well, I've got a silly hat on here because I like wearing silly hats. When I went to buy it, this woman said to me, would you like to try it on? I said, oh, very well, we've got beautiful eyes. Would you like to go to dinner sometime, you know? Here is the ineffable Joe Brand.
Thank you very much. You probably noticed that I didn't grow up to be exactly what you'd call anorexic. It's completely wrong. I am anorexic. Because anorexic people look in the mirror and think they look fat. And so do I, so it must be. And actually, my weight problem got a lot worse when I went on the pill, so that proved to be a very effective contraceptive. And I will confess, actually, that from time to time, yes, I do go 10 rounds with an 18-hour girdle, but it's a bit pointless. They don't work. Don't make the fat disappear, they just redistribute it, so that your stomach gets a bit smaller, but your neck ends up looking like Phyllis Holtz. She's not anybody famous, she's just someone I know with a very fat neck. Oh, dearie, dearie me. I actually like to try and lose a bit of weight before I go on holiday, really, because I don't like lying on the beach, being hit over the head with a champagne bottle and launched by Princess Diana. It gets very boring. I've thought about having my jaw wired up, but it's a big problem, isn't it, really, trying to force a hot dog through the wire mesh. So, I realised that I really didn't have any choice apart from going to a health spa. Now, it seems to me that a lot of women that go to those don't actually need to because they're emaciated even before they've got there. I found myself sharing a room with a fishing rod, who later turned out to be quite a well-known model. She was in there hoping to lose 1/4 of an ounce off her eyelash, whereas I was rather looking forward to getting out of the bath without the aid of an industrial winch. Still, like you do, because it's very boring there. We both cheated. She had an extra half a bran flake for breakfast, and I ate my bedroom. So, you know, I thought to myself, I'm going to forget all about this dieting business. I read that book, Fat is a Feminist Issue, got halfway through and ate that as well. And decided, forget the holiday abroad, I'll do something different for a change. You know, I'll stay at home and have a few nice little day trips out in my car to places of local interest. Like the cake shop. And then, of course, my car wouldn't start, so I did what any normal, sensible young woman of today would do in my position. I had a cup of tea, I had 14 pieces of chocolate Swiss roll, And they're called the AA, or AAA to you in America, OK? I think that those guys are great, though, aren't they? Because when they get there, you're so pleased to see him. You want to marry him, don't you? Well, I normally ask, because I think you've got to take every opportunity you can at my age, really. Now, if I was going to get married, I wouldn't go for what I call a Cosmo man. The man of today, he's intelligent, sensitive, caring. What a boring old bastard he must be, eh? But I shouldn't be rude about him because, of course, he is incredibly right on. His car isn't penis-shaped. Unfortunately, neither is his penis. And that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Good night.
Wonderful. There is a theory, and it's the traditional theory, that people become comedians because they get beaten up when they're at junior school. And it's actually true in my case. I used to have hell beaten out of me every lunchtime at junior school, you know. And it was, like, doubly embarrassing because I was teaching at the school at the time. Here are the marvellous rhythms of True Image.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow.
Just lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on more. It won't be long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on. Yeah.
You just call on the brother and hurry ahead. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem. You'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load that you can bear, that you can carry. Oh, call me. Hey, call me. Call me.
Oh, a tremendous end to the show there. Now, alas, that is the end of the show, and it is the end of the series, I'm afraid. There's people having sex in celebration here, even as we speak. Whether we do another series depends on Jonathan Powell, the controller of BBC1. I'd like to take this opportunity to say what a great guy Jonathan Powell is. He's wise, he's witty, and he is fabulous in bed. He really is. The finest controller in bed since the great Lord Reith. And he really was a bit of a goer. Anyway, see you again sometime. My name's Goodnight, Arthur Smith.